Greetings programs, Pyrrh Pianissimo here, and welcome back to the Vintage Story Tutorial Series. Okay, now that it's sunrise, let's see if we can find an easier way to get over to those ruins and back, and take another trip with all of our goodies. Aha, that's nice to see. Oh, and a bit of a cave here too. See if we can get some more turnips. Sweet. Quite a bit. That's a good score for a wild crop. I wonder... This goes awfully deep. Just wonder if there's another room back here somewhere. Oh! Look what I just did. I thought that was taking a little extra time. I found a forge! That's actually quite weird. I mean, it's nothing really special. You make it out of a few bits of cobblestone. But that is quite weird. Because it was in the middle of a wall. Okay, how much room do we have? Can we gather everything out of here along with the vessel and leave the tools that only have one little speck left on them? I could leave the stick too. Yeah, this is a really densely forested area. Ugh. This is where you get caught by wolves when they spawn. Some people like this type of exploration. I don't. I like to be able to see where I'm going, and I think it's a real bummer when I get stuck behind mountains, but it's part of the game. Goodness. Another foggy bottom hole there. Huh, that looks pretty interesting. Nice sandy and gravelly area. Usually good to find nodes in, because you can easily see the ore and the rocks on the ground. There's just nothing here. Oh, look at that really big blue clay deposit though. We won't need that for a while. There is our other vessel. And the next things we're going to need are all of those building supplies. Okay, this is really lucky. We have 32 flax fibers. I do believe it's enough. So I'm hovering over the flax fibers, and if I hit H, it should bring the handbook up. And it should tell me this is the ingredient for making flax twine. And you can make a linen sack out of it. So buy one regular linen and one flax twine. So if we take our flax fibers and we go around like this, we're going to need 5 of them. Now if we take 4 and we do a 2x2, we get 1 piece of linen, and then we're going to combine them to make a linen sack. And then if I take, let's see, let's put this away. Now if I hover over here, it'll tell me which one of these is empty, and it looks like it's that one. Okay, it's the last 2. Let's take this one out. You can see it took my 3 slots away. This one has 5 slots. Bing! And remember, there is really nothing you can do with these baskets. I mean, 0. With the linen sacks, you can sell them to some of the traders, but for the baskets, nothing. So I'm very, very glad they gave us a recycling option. Okay, let me grab a little bit more wood. That's very little. And if you take a knife and your log, oh, that'll make a wooden club. I think you get better attack power with a stick, honestly. Well, at least better range. But I want to make a wooden pan. And now, if I take, I've got bony soil and I've got limestone sand. Oh, these are done too. And you need to be standing in water for this to work. Place a piece of the soil down or the sand. You take your wooden pan, you right click on your sand, and then you hold it down. And it just gave me a piece of flint. I know because it wiggled. Hard to see. Let me see if I can clear this out so it's a little easier to tell if I get anything. Now, if you get anything that stacks inside your inventory, your bags will wiggle. This is a copper arrowhead. If I do an H on that, it tells me I can make an arrow with it. Doesn't look like I can melt it down though, which is a little bit of a bummer. Look, I just got a piece of twine. So if you're bored or otherwise looking for something to do, this can be sometimes a little tedious, sometimes a little rewarding. You can always do this with one hand while you're eating a sandwich. An important use for panning is when you are looking for copper to break into the copper age and you're only a few nuggets shy. You can pan for those last little pieces that you need if you're having trouble finding the ore on the ground. Looks like I found an arrowhead, a piece of twine, a gold nugget, a piece of blue clay, and a bone. Surprise, surprise, I found that in the bony soil. Game mechanic, panning for ore. So you can pan sand, gravel, or bony soil. You can get stones. So if I'm panning the limestone sand, sometimes I'll get some of the little limestone pebbles out of it. The bony soil gives a really good chance at finding some really unique treasures like this. Wow, that is tin bronze. And I could smelt that into 2 tin bronze ingots. Here's something interesting. That is a rough diamond with a low potential. I'm not really sure if those potentials are in the game yet to actually craft anything with, but it's important to note when you're offering them to merchants. I'm not sure if any of our merchants here want the gems. No, survival goods trader. Oh, I can buy a wolf pup. Don't buy these, they're not pets. All they'll do is grow up into a big wolf that'll eat you. Since it is dark again, and I don't really like adventuring out in the dark, I don't have a lot to do unless I wanted to cook up some porridge, which I might do. I'm going to do a bit of panning. See if we can find anything fun. Oh, there's a bone. As long as you're standing in the water, you can pan, so it doesn't matter which direction you're facing. You can just face your little soil here and just keep clicking. Now it looks like we've found a silver nugget and a flint arrowhead. You don't always find something, so don't panic if nothing appears in your inventory. We found another gem, a rough peridot with a low potential. Right click and then right click again when your pan is full. You don't need to hold it down. And there is a rough emerald with a low potential. So we found a few gems already. And a copper spearhead. That one is actually slightly useful because you can make a slow but decent starter weapon. You can both thrust this and throw it. So it can be pretty handy. Oh, there's a candle. 2 candles. And a rusty gear. That's very nice when you find money when you're panning for things. So you can hover over your candle and press H, and it will tell you all of the things that you can make with the candle. And it's an ingredient for all of the lanterns, of course. So you can use the candle by itself, however. We're going to put it, I don't know if I can put it on the chair. No, it needs to be on a table. But I can put them here, and they do go together if I wanted to put two. And of course, it makes more light the more you put there. Very, very pretty. And they don't set fire to anything. Okay, as you can see, it's just past midnight. And my game menu just let me know there are over 5 days left before monsters begin to appear. So we've used half of our time. Looks like we've got a good start on food and food preparation in order to make that food last longer. We've found some treasures and some stone to build with. And we've got supplies to make tools. And of course, a small amount of inventory. So in the morning, it is going to be time to start working on our shelter. Okay, these bony rib cages, you can't actually pick these up. When you find them out in the wild, when you break them, you just get a pile of these bones here. So these can be handy if you wanted to use them for decoration. Oh, this is nice. I found a gold coronet. Let's put it on. Goes on here somewhere. Oh, look, on your head, silly. Now I can pan in style. And I've spent too much time in this area because my gear is going way, way down. And when you are finished panning, you can shift and place your pan on the ground. Saves an inventory slot. Then I have another copper spear. They don't stack, but when you throw this one, it'll put the other one in your inventory, and then you can throw that. And then you run over them to pick up. Combat's a totally different situation though, but I wanted to cover that very quickly after the panning session because you'll find out how important these are later on. Okay, we will be taking a quick trip in the morning to visit that trader in the northwest to see if he has any interest in our gems, and then we're going to get started on some shelter. Thank you so much for adventuring with me today. I'm looking forward to next time, and in the meantime, play hard, die often, and leave a good-looking corpse. Oh, there's a gold nugget. Let's make our campsite look a little cuter. There we are. We'll put something in our planter.